academy to the senior team of Manchester City and as well as the first debut against Wenger's Arsenal.
Yeah, it was quite a journey. So I joined the academy when I was 10, and in fact, it just turned into an academy. And I spent many years there. Just loved playing, loved wearing the same shirts the players who were playing at Main Road at the time. And the team wasn't that successful to start with, but we got better. And being in the academy gave me the chance to be a ball boy at Main Road as well. And I remember being a ball boy for Sean Wright Phillips, a club icon. And it was inspirational because you were right there. You could see where you wanted to end up. So the team made the move to Eastlands, I think it was called at the time. And then, at the age of 17, all of a sudden I went from being at college to playing in the first team and just being around that first team squad. And it just didn't feel real. I didn't know how to act. It was a huge honour being a fan of the football club as well. And I played for many years, loved every game, loved every time I put the shirt on. And as I look back, so those are the fondest years of my career.
It's against Wenger's Arsenal which has its glory of zenith, where Henry and all other players was there. So you are just 17, and do you have any inhibitions on that time?
I remember actually, so I made my debut in the League Cup against Arsenal, but that same season I also played against Arsenal at Highbury, and City is my team, but I also was a big fan of the way that Arsenal would play. Thierry Henry is one of my favourite players all time. And all of a sudden I was on the same field as him, trying to defend against him. I think it was him and either Van Persie or Bergkamp playing up front. Then Robert Perez on the wing, Ashley Cole playing left back, and they were so good. But then we drew the game 1-1 and we played well. So I didn't have inhibitions as such, but it's just to go from not playing for a first team to all of a sudden just being in a first team, that's a huge leap. And you can never be fully ready for it. But then it just feels incredible as you look around and you see there's tens of thousands of people there to watch your game, and thankfully on that occasion watch you play well as well.
He's doing terrible under Pep's. What about your opinion about Pep's as well as a manager as well as a person?
Yeah, so I love Pep Guardiola. I think he has something in his mind where he wants to just drive to be the best that you can be, and he sees things in a different way, and he's a bit of a disruptor, and I really like that. I think the way that his teams have played, as I look at them play, I think I would love to play in a team like this. Not necessarily just because of the talent, but just the way that they want to play. I think all the players I know that have played under him, they've all gotten better. They've all seen the game in a different way. And that's why you're seeing people who he coached are now coaching teams and doing things in a different way as well all around the world. So, I think he's a very special individual. Obviously an incredible coach, a very successful coach, as we can see from the trophies behind. And I think his legacy is going to last a very long time.
Do you think that Haaland can be iconic of English Premier League?
Yes, absolutely. He's already got the record for most goals scored in a 38-game season. That's not a bad way to start your time as a 22-year-old in a new league. So I think in some ways he probably is already an icon. I think if you can write yourself in the record books in a league that's been going for 30 years with some of the best players in the world that have already been there, I think that's truly special. But for him, I think he would have left last season knowing that he did a great job, but knowing that there's still more to come. And I think he's so well driven that, somewhere along the line, I think we'll see the best version of him, which isn't even today. And when you think about how many goals he's scored and how well he's done for the team and the success that he's brought to all the sides he's had in the past, yes, I absolutely believe that Erling Haaland can become a Premier League icon for sure.
One more, Messi and Neymar were not playing in the English Premier League. They didn't play there, but they were now playing for the Arab Saudi. And do you think that it will just increase the market of Arab football, or is the culture of football, or how you can consider that shift from Spanish league to another?
I think every league itself is different, and I think that one is the one that's changing the most. I think in other leagues, because they've been so well established for as long as they have been, you kind of know what to expect from it. But I think there's a lot of interest in the league over there because some of the faces that are going over, whether it's management, whether it's players, it is changing. Nobody knows what the future will look like over there. Not every player will want to go over there in the same way not every player wants to go and play in the French league or the Italian league. But I think it is going to be interesting. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. And while some of the best players in the world are there, if you want to see the best football, you got to sometimes find those players. So it's another league to add to a long list of leagues which I will be watching.
Indian Super League is going on. As for Indians or Indian football fans, it's time of their zenith of happiness. So do you ever watched Indian football or something like that? You heard about it most in the time of World Cup, there are so many fans over here. So, but football, in the case of football, it's very underdeveloped. So, do you ever watch Indian football?
Do you know what? I haven't watched a lot of Indian football now, but I've heard about it being discussed. People who've gone and played over there, they talk about the experiences they had, how passionate the fans are, the joy that they had when they were playing, their team was winning. I've had David James, who's a good friend of mine, who's coached over there as well, and he speaks so highly of it. So I've not watched that much. I wish to watch more, and having been here, I'm 100% going to watch more. So I appreciate the effort that everyone's given so far, and yeah, I think there's going to be more to come.